Nigeria sadly has the reputation of being one of the biggest cybercrime hotspots in the whole world, if not the reputation for the biggest. And it's sad that we see this reputation all over the world from parodies in cartoons and animation from all over the world, as well as references to Nigerians who play parts in American TV shows and other shows that we've seen, including in Nigeria. Cybercrime in Nigeria has become sort of a pop culture phenomenon, something that we laugh about and make jokes about, that is a common problem affecting young Nigerians, but it's never really discussed seriously. So let's talk about it today. In Nigeria, cybercrime, more popularly known as Yahoo Yahoo, has permeated almost all levels and all aspects of society, from music to art to film. And of recent, cybercrime has been one of the top most trending topics on social media because of Hush Puppy's arrest by Interpol over fraud allegations. As much as Hush Puppy's arrest is a step in the right direction and is a welcome development in trying to curb cybercrime in Nigeria, we still have to ask the question, why is cybercrime such a common and welcome phenomenon amongst young people in Nigeria? Even after Hush Puppy's arrest, he still had a whole bandwagon of followers on social media praying for his arrest, canvassing for why his hustle is a hustle that pays and why we would all want to be like Hush Puppy. Sad, isn't it? It is no news that the value system in Nigeria has eroded over the last 20-30 years. It's sad because the Nigeria that we used to have, the Nigeria that my parents tell me about, is a Nigeria where as a young person you will be told by your parents not to collect any money or gifts from any uncle, friend or relative who has a questionable source of income or who is known to be involved in any form of shady dealing. Now we live in a Nigeria where wealth is glorified as the all-in-all, regardless of where it comes from or where it's sourced from. Unknown money is still good money to a lot of people, and this is why cybercrime has become such a popularly accepted phenomenon in Nigeria. Unexplained wealth is praised. How is it okay to cheat people of their hard-earned money? And how is it okay to spend this same illegally gotten money at clubs, to throw it around at weddings and parties, to sow it as spiritual seeds in places of worship, to spend these same monies internationally? How is this okay? So back to the problem, which is the glorification of wealth. It doesn't help that Nigeria is a country that has a larger population of people who live in adverse levels of poverty. And so for people like that who have never experienced any wealth of some sort, any wealth is good wealth. Any hustle is a hustle, any work is a work, any money is good money. But what happened to a good name? What happened to a clean record and a good conscience? Let's take the case of Invictus Obi, who was internationally recognized by a brand like Forbes for his ingenuity, his wealth, and his influence among Nigeria's under 30, only to be later arrested by the FBI on an $11 million fraud charge. How is this even possible? It is because people who are wealthy are the people who are respected and elevated in Nigeria, and everyone wants to be respected, don't we? There are arguments that it is because the sanction system for people who commit such crimes is not stringent enough and people believe that they are able to get away with it. But more interestingly, in Nigeria, we can see that the EFCC, which is the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, has begun this all-out attack on cybercrime. If you check the EFCC Instagram page, you see that there are daily posts every day on young men and women that are arrested on fraud allegations and fraud charges. Yahoo Yahoo is so common. So it's not an issue of cybercrime is hush-hush or that people are not being arrested on a daily basis. So if sanction systems have been put in place to curb cybercrime, why is it still so common? Here's the solution. We need to change how we do things. People should be respected for who they are, not what they have. For what they do, for their actions, rather than how much money they have in their bank account or how much money they throw loud spending in public places. We need to teach our children that crime doesn't pay, that cybercrime is evil and wicked, and that they should desist from it. We need to remind them that hard work and integrity are good values to have and are values that are worth having, worth keeping, and worth passing down from one generation to the other. We need to become the change that we want to see and influence other people to do the same. So that brings us to the end of this week's morning show episode. We thank you so much for joining us and for listening. And if you're new to the family, welcome. Please like this video and share with your friends and family if you found it interesting and helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you really did enjoy this video. Thank you for your time today, and until the next week's Step Up morning show episode, I have been your host, Feranmi Adeola. Goodbye.